Hello everyone, back again with me, Magic Joe, and today I'm going to show you one more preview video for the newest unit that will be coming this week, that is Garvall. So I think this week will be like a light versus dark unit. Which one is you're going to pull? Yeah, it's all up to you, but I'm kinda having some struggle for that. But first, let's do this preview video first. And as usual, we're going to talk about Garvall preview, stats, abilities, Esper, unit comparison, and also pros and cons about him. So yeah, I hope it won't be a long video because there are so many things that I want to say about him, because overall, I think he's very, very cool unit to have. Okay, but first, as usual, I'm going to say thanks to wotv.com, because as I said on my previous video, they have been updating their database so fast lately. And also I got the English translation for both of Elsirel and also Garvall, so I could make this video more convenient, I guess. So if you want to check out Elsirel and also Garvall stats and also abilities, you can just jump to wotv.com. I'll just put the link on my video description below. So let's start about Garvall. Okay, we can see here Garvall is a UR rarity unit with dark element, and he's also not a limited character, so you can just build anytime you like whenever you pull him from the hatcher or banner, just like Elsirel. So I think this week is no limited time unit. That's great. He has move 3 and also jump 1 with cost at 80. I think that's still okay, and he will be having the newest job on global server. So Elsirel will have a Nightblade, and this guy will have Energist as his main job here. And Energist, I think it will be like combination of the missile and also magical attack. And mostly this job skill will scale to magic value, so it will be like a magic user that can use magic attack and also missile attack. And we will be talking more about this job and also abilities later in this video. Okay, now let's go to see the sub jobs here. He will be also having the recent new class or job in this global server here is Kotodama Wielder. So it will provide some buff and also some good attack, and also maybe like a 100 hit ability from this sub job here. So yeah, I think it's kind of interesting to see what the abilities that he has here. And the last one is Red Mage. As you know, Red Mage is a kind of useful job to have. As the starter kit, maybe he will have a Darkra and also some Cura to heal. But let's see what he has on from this sub job here. And looking at the weapons here, he will be using Glove as a main weapon. So it's a new type of weapon that you need to farm, maybe in this week. So just prepare your energy, and also you need to clear all the brutal quests that we're going to have this week. Okay, for the armor here, it's like a regular mages. So he can wear hat, clothes, and accessory. And let's look at his DMR. Name Peacetime Brooch. It's an accessory type of armor or items that you can wear. I think you can wear it for almost units in this game, including for some mages or all the mages that you can have on this game here on global server. And it can also provide you 303 HP with the good amount of defense by 8 and also a critical rate by 8. So it will be like maybe more like a offensive and defensive chamber to have on your characters. And look at the TMR skill here. I think this is the most important and most interesting part about him. So whenever you full him, like full awaken and also full max level him to 99, you can have access to this TMR. And this TMR has skill that can increase your magic up to 40% for 3 turns, and also magic resistant penetration up to 50% for 3 turns. So yeah, I think it's kind of interesting. As you know, I was using my Istola on the class match last week, and it can still do some damage with the passive and also Soul of Tamasa. But with this TMR, I think I can reduce or maybe like penetrate that magic resistance almost 90%. So it's like almost only having like 10% of your magic resistance. I think that's kind of cool to try. So I hope that I can pull him maybe this week or maybe anytime when I got lucky. So yeah, I'm going to max him out and also take this TMR for my other mages on my account. And the master ability here, he has the master ability that can buff up your dark ally by raising their HP by 10% and also dark attack by 15. So if you're going to use some runestone or any dark unit, and you need like some dark magic attacker that can boost your stats or that can make your team even better, then you might need this guy here to be on your party, especially for the PvP matches or class matches. And not only that, he also has that increased magic by 20% for self. So yeah, I think he's a very solid DPS here that we have. Okay, now let's look at his total stats here. HP 2.6k. I think that's also great for a magic user. I think that's high, so high. And TP is 134. And AB here, I think he can only have 55% from the total AP that he has at the beginning. That's okay because he will be like a Vanguard magic user as the banner or the notice state. So it will be like a Kilfe and also some red mages that cannot have a full like 80% of AP at total AP that they have on the first turn. So yeah, I think that's kind of interesting. And the defense here is 6. I think it's almost the same like Kilfe. So that's why I think he is a good bruiser for magic user. And the magic here is kind of high too. He has 385 magic. So I think that's very good for a magic attacker, of course. And agility is fine. Dex and luck is general. And also being a dark unit, he is obviously weak to light attack. So yeah, maybe we can just theory crafting in this video later. And for the resistances, he has 5% of slash resistance and 10% for pierce, but weak to strike and also a bit stronger to missile attack. But he also weak to magic attack. And yeah, looking at this weakness here, you might know what his weakness is. Okay, move again. He also have a good amount of charm resistance by 50 and also stop resistance by 50 and disable resistance by 10. Yeah, so overall, he has a good amount of magic, defense and charm, and stop resistant but weak to strike and magic attack. So I think this is a very cool unit. Any unit that can have a charm resistant by 50, I think it's worth to take or level up because you don't want to get your unit to be charmed from your enemy. So yeah, I think this is very cool unit to have. Okay, now let's take a look at his support and also counter abilities. In total, he has 6 support ability to have on his kit here. The first one is the most interesting one, is the newest job support ability, which is called Hyper Vitality. It can increase your agility up to 30, magic up to 60, and dexterity up to 60% for 5 turns for self. So it will be like the first 5 turns. That makes him is a good unit to put on the short fight or short battles there, which is cannot prolong above than 5 turns. So yeah, I think he will be good nuker and also a faster nuker and DPS here. And he also have a magic up level 1 that can increase magic up to 30%. Chi flow expansion, it's the same, so you can have a total, I think maximum is 60% for the magic up. And if you put that if you combo that hyper vitality and also magic up or chi flow expansion, you can have in total 90% of magic for the first 5 turns. I think that's crazy, right? Okay, and he also have access to initial AP up. I think it will be helpful because he has only 55% of his total AP on the initial battle, so it can help a lot more if you're going to use his limit break later. And also he has light spirit blessing that can increase spirit and also light resistance, and also mage protection. I think these 2 support ability here will be very helpful if you're going against Sakura or maybe a future Yuna or any light elemental mages. Because as you know, he's kind of weak to magic attack and also light elemental attack. So if you want him to survive 1 hit or 2 hit, maybe you want to take this support ability on your Garvall here. And let's take a look at the counter here. Hyper reactivity, I think it's dodge, like a reflex for a physical attack. And the stilled ephemeral form here will reduce damage taken up to 30%. So it will be magic or a physical attack, it can be blocked and reduced by 30%. And magic reflex here for reflex on magic attack. So even though he is weak to magic attack, I think he can still use that magic reflex on the counter ability just to dodge that magical attack. So he has changed to survive the attack there. It's up to you though, but if you are asking me, I think I'm going to use him as a full DPS bruiser, full DPS magic bruiser on my team. Okay, now let's take a look at his main job. He has the cheese shot. I think that's a bread and butter skill from him. It has a good amount of range and also heights, and can cast for 8 times and only cost 12 AP. I think that's a good attack there. And it has a missile attack type of damage, so it will not be scaling to his magic attack, but it will be scaling on magic, but it can produce the missile attack damage there. So if your opponent has some high magic resistance, I think this skill is very useful to deal more damage to your enemies rather than the magic attack that he has. And pulse, it's I think it's a move ability here that can increase the buff resistance up to 30. I think that will be helpful. It will be the same like the ninja skill that poison mist, but it can increase your debuff resistance instead of poisoning your enemies. Okay, I think this is the ultimate skill, like ultimate skill, except beside that, limit break, because it can deal extra large damage up to 245%. But the range is kind of short here, so you need to be careful if you're going to use this ability here. And the Chi barrier, it will reduce the physical damage taken up to 50% for 3 times. I think it's the same like what Paladin has and also Kilfe has. The skill is the same to reduce the physical damage taken up to 50%. That's why he is kind of maybe he's kind of durable to a physical attack. Okay, now the last skill from his main job is Detonation Blast. I think this is a very good skill to have on your Garvall. It has a 165% scaling magic, and it's an AoE and guarantee hit abilities. So it's also have a good range. I think it's have like 4 range and heights, a good heights too. But it costs 34 AP. So yeah, that's so much AP to cast this skill here. Okay, but still, it's kind of niche skill to have. And let's jump to the sub-job of Energist here. So from this sub-job, you can have access to Chi Shot Flurry with the OK damage, only 139%, but it has 2 hits attack. And it's a missile attack type of damage here that you can do with Garvall. It only costs 24 AP, I think that's okay, and can be casted 4 times. So if you want to have some dark chaining attack or dark or missile attack chaining, you can just bring him to do the chaining to your party and do more damage to your enemies. And the other one here is Rejuvenation. I think this is a very niche skill, another very niche skill. I've been looking for a skill that has a high chance to sleep because if I'm not wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong, when your target is asleep, I think they cannot dodge, and we can do more damage to them. So I think sleep in general, for the status effect, I think it's a kind of cool status effect to have on your enemies. So you can just kill some AoE unit and also some tanky unit with this debuff on their status there. And also it has a good amount of range and also heights, and it can be cast 4 times. So from this skill, I think you can have some very good chance to sleep your enemies. It can have up to 49% if the units have done action like 6 action. I think that's kind of long. So yeah, it's up to you. If you're going to have him as a buffer, I think you cannot put that hyper vitality support ability because it will take long until you can reach the maximum, the highest chances for sleep to your target if you're using this skill. Okay, I think that's it for the main job. Let's jump to the Kotodama Wielder sub-job. So from this sub-job, he can access the nimble movement that is buffed to increase your jump and move by 1. And another guarantee hit abilities that is unevadable pain. I think that's great. And some confusion skill and some movement, instant movement, and also damage skill. I think that's great. I love this spell so much. And Spirit Breaking Pain. It is for this 25% chance to stun the enemies for 1 turn. And he also have this buff to increase your magic attack to your party and also give your spirit penetration by 20. I think this is the same like Sakura does. Okay, I think that's for the Kotodama Wielder. And the Raid Mage here, as usual, it has Cura and also Dagra. Dagra is a magic, dark magic damage spell. I think it's very cool. The the unit that have this skill is Ryu, I guess, the normal Ryu, but Ryu doesn't have any good amount of magic, so yeah, I think it's nice to have this Darkra here on Garvall, because he has a good amount of magic and also can scale with magic attack. And Kira here will act as a healer, maybe like a kind of support thingy if you want to, if you don't have any healer to your party. And he can also cast Asuna to dispel all alignments for the target, and also another sleep. Yeah, I'll just ignore the sleep because he has better chances of sleeping abilities for that energy sub job. So yeah, and the main highlight from the Raid Mage here is Jamming Trust, because as you know, Jamming Trust is a very useful offensive spell that can cancel ability activation and also has the best range on attack, and it can also have a good amount of elevation here, and the damage here 200%. Yeah, I think you will love this skill on Garvall here, and it can only use 24 AP. I think that's great, and can be casted 6 times. So overall, for the sub job, I think I'm going to use either Raid Mage or that energy sub job if I'm using Garvall here. But it depends on your situation. Maybe if I have time, I can just put some review video for each sub-job of this unit here. Okay, now let's talk about the Esper. My recommendation Esper here, the first one is Diabolus, of course, because it has the evocation ability that can weaker your enemy's dark resistance by 50%, and also it is the ultimate Esper for now for the magic user, because it can increase your magic up to 20%, magic attack up to 15%, and also some bonuses from the ability board here. And from the HP here, it can also give you good amount of HP, 854, and good amount of magic, 86, and average agility by 13. So yeah, I think that's kind of cool. And the second recommendation here is Shiva. If you're going to make him as fastest as you can, I think Shiva is very best Esper for him, because it can increase the agility up to 18, and also have a good amount of magic and HP. And the bonuses here, you can increase his magic up to 7%, magic attack 10%, and have some pierce resistance if you're going to face some pierce attack team like that. And accuracy 7, and critical hit rate by 7 too. Okay, this is the last Esper recommendation from me. Yeah, as you know, if you have watched my video for the unit preview, I always put this guy here for the Esper to recommend to you guys, because this Mind Flyer here not only will give a good amount of magic, but it can also provide you with the human killer up to 15 human killer, and also magic 15%. And it can also provide a little bit magic attack here by 6%, which can elevate your damage to the next level. Especially if you're having like two type of magic attack. Two type of attack, like Garvall have the missile and also magic attack type. So human killer will help you to boost those attack rather than only magic attack up. So yeah, I think that's it for the Esper. And let's compare him to the other unit. So for the unit comparison here, I'm going to pick Killfae, Sakura, and also Halloween Raryu. I know it's a limited unit, but I think it's comparable for these units to be compared to Garvall here. Okay, my first point here is Garvall has the highest HP and also magic value. If you're looking at the total stats here, he definitely have these two stats, that is for HP and also magic and attack, but attack he will not do attack so much. So all the skill that he has is scaling with magic. So yeah, I think that's a big point that Garvall have here compared to the other unit. Okay, the second point here, he can do magic and missile attack with scaling from magic value. I know that Kilfe and also Halloween Baryu will have the other type of attack for slash from her Spellblade and also his Rune Knight subjob, but here Garvall has access to missile attack that is scaling from magic. So I think that will be a good niche value from Garvall compared to the other one. And if you compare Garvall and Sakura, I think Garvall has that another type of attack, but Sakura can only do magic attack. So if you're using Sakura against some high magic resistant team, I think that will be more difficult than if you're using Garvall that can do missile attack instead of magic attack. So yeah, I think that's a good point for Garvall here. And the third point is Garvall has a good pierce resistance like Sakura and has the same total defense with Kilfe. Even though Sakura has a 10, the highest defense here by 10, but I think Sakura doesn't have that 50% reduced damage for physical attack. So I think Garvall is much better in tanking physical attack than Sakura, or pierce attack than Sakura. Okay, next, Garvall has single and also AoE 100 hit offensive ability, which can be very helpful if you're facing against evade unit, because he has that skill from his main job and also sub job for Kotodama Wielder. So that will make him stronger against evade or normal unit. You can have flexibility there if you're using Garvall on your party. And the fifth point, Garvall can do 2 range normal missile attack that scale with magic value. If you compare to him with Kilfe, I think Kilfe has that strike attack from the normal attack that's scaling with magic, right? And Garvall here is even better because he has 2 range normal attack that can produce missile attack that scales with magic. So if you don't have enough AP, you can deal a good amount of damage just using your normal attack from Garvall here. Okay, the 6th point here, Garvall has 2 hit attack ability that can help for missile and also dark attack chaining. So yeah, I think he's going to be very helpful in chaining because he has this 2 hit attack. And the 7th, okay, the 7th point here, Garvall has access to physical barrier ability to boost his defense. So I think that's what makes him very durable unit, because you might need like 2 hit or 3 hit of physical attack just to take him down, except if you have a breaking barrier ability to your party. So yeah, I think that's a very good point from Garvall to have this physical barrier ability. Okay, the last point here, he has 50 charm and stop resistance and also 10 disable resistance, and I think that's very cool to have because, as you know, there are some charm team and also Agrias running around on class match or arena matches or even live PvP matches. So I think having this charm, stop and also disable resistance is kind of very good starter pack kit for your unit, especially for Garvall here. Yeah, I think that's enough for the comparison. Let's wrap it up and talk about his pros and cons after all. Okay, and first my pros here is he is a very good unit for a short time battles that below 5 turns, because he has that hyper vitality support ability that can boost his stats to another level. And if I'm not wrong, he might have plus 16 agility just from that support ability. I think that's crazy, and it will make him at 74 agility if I'm not wrong, but I'll do the calculation again later. And also that magic 60% magic buff and also 60% dexterity up. I think that's also very good to nuke somebody on the second or on the first or second turn of Garvall. And the second point has a ranged normal attack with missile type that scales with magic. Of course, if you're going to do to damage while gaining some AP, I think this is a very viable option for your turn if you're using Garvall here. And the third point here is has access to single and also AoE 100 hit offensive abilities. Like I said before, he might counter that evading unit because he is quite fast. He has a good amount of damage, and he can just shoot and also deal damage through your target evasion. So I think that's also a very good point of him. And the next one is a durable magic user to physical attack. Yeah, of course, judging by the physical barrier ability and also some counter that can evade of physical attack. And I think he also have a good amount of resistances for piercing attack and also missile attack. So yeah, he is definitely a solid magic bruiser. Magic bruiser, I say, for this game, yeah. And the fifth point, he has great resistance to charm, stop, and disable. Yeah, you know that. And the sixth point here, a master ability that can boost dark unit ally HP and also dark attack. Yeah, I think this will be your main support plus DPS plus bruiser unit on your party. So yeah, I think that's so much pros on him that I made here. Okay, the last one. He is, for me, I think he is the only reliable dark magic user, at least for now. Before that, Black Rose Helena will come to global server, I don't know. But for now, I think he is the only reliable dark magic user to be used on your party. Even for that tower, maybe. If you want to do some tower, I think there are some floor that requires dark magic to deal more damage to the enemies there. I think that's for floor 36 or 37, I think, or 32. I'm not sure, but the floor that has Engelbert and also that what mage is on the center, I think that's that will be his floor to be done. Yeah, I think if that makes sense. Okay, I think that's it for the pros. Let's talk about the cons here. I can only found 2 cons from him. The first one is he's weak to magic and also light elemental attack. So if you want to counter him, just counter him with Sakura and also Yuna and the other magic user, light magic user. I think there are so many of them. But be careful, because if he's using counter the reflex magic there, or magic reflex, I think that will change your situation there. So yeah, but still it's kind of a weakness from him though. And the second one is low on AP. Because a magic bruiser can only have like 50% or 55%, it's the same like that staff mage and also that raid mage kind of main job there, that can only have a 50 to 60% of initial AP at the first turn. So yeah, I think that's it for the pros and cons. Overall, I think he's a very good unit, and if you're asking me, will I pull him this week? I'm still not sure, because I really want that elf Cyril to join my party, but after I do some research and also analyze this unit here for Garvall, I think I might want to pull him instead of elf Cyril. I'm so sorry because I really need dark magic user on my party, and also his TMR will boost my other magic user to the next level. So yeah, I think this week is kind of hard because I'm still working on my Halloween Lila, and also I want to pull him, and I need to save my vizier for the anniversary. But I think I can manage my vizier budget. And once again, thank you for watching, guys, and always supporting me for all my contents that I've been creating. And if you have any question, just shoot it on the comments. And if you have anything to share with the communities, and you can also put that on the comment section below. Okay, I think that's it that I want to talk about Garvall here. And if you're planning to pull either Cyril or Garvall on your account, I wish you the best luck in the world for it. And yeah, I think it's the end. So see you next time. Bye bye.